Hey everybody, welcome back to the Fireside Bible Study. We are now going into numbers 10 through 19. Um, on the first part of the book, we learned about the adultery test, the seven lamps, Passover, a whole bunch of laws that the Lord had given Moses and Aaron. So we're going to continue, and I noticed when I was doing a little bit of channel review, I noticed that the window where you can read along with me is a little small. I noticed it might be a little hard to read sometimes, so I made it bigger. So you'll see that when we get started. But I made the window bigger, so hopefully it'll be a little easier for everybody. But I'll pray us in, and we'll get started. Heavenly Father, we just come before you to praise you and spend some time with you. We thank you for the wisdom that you've put into the Bible for us. I just pray that we absorb it, retain it, and really learn from it. And we just praise you and thank you for everything that you've done. We love you, Jesus. Amen. All right. So as you can see, I made it a little bigger. Hopefully it'll be a little easier for anyone who was struggling before. Sorry about that. The silver trumpets. The Lord spoke further to Moses, saying, "Make yourself 2 trumpets of silver. You shall make them of hammered work, and you shall use them for summoning the congregation and breaking camp. Now when both are blown, all of the congregation shall meet with you at the entrance of the tent of meeting. But if only one is blown, then the leaders, the heads of the division of Israel, shall meet you. When you blow an alarm, the camps that are pitched on the east side shall set out. When you sound an alarm the second time, the camps that are pitched on the south side shall set out. An alarm is to be sounded for them to break camp. When convening the assembly, however, you shall blow the trumpets without sounding an alarm. The sons of Aaron, moreover, the priests shall blow the trumpets, and this shall be the permanent statute for you throughout your generations. And when you go to war in your land against the enemy who attacks you, you shall sound an alarm with the trumpets, so that you will be thought of by the Lord your God, and be saved from your enemies. Also on the day of your joy and your appointed feasts, and on the first days of your months, you shall blow the trumpets over your burnt offerings, over the sacrifices of your peace offerings, and they shall be set as a reminder of you before the Lord. I am the Lord your God." The Lord loves trumpets, doesn't he? The tribes leave Sinai. Now in the second year, in the second month, on the 20th of the month, the cloud was lifted above the tabernacle of the testimony, and the sons of Israel sent out on their journeys to the wilderness of Sinai. Then the cloud settled in the wilderness of Paran, so they moved on for the first time in accordance with the command of the Lord through Moses. The flag of the camp of the sons of Judah by their army set out first, with Nahshon the son of Amminadab over its army, and Nathaniel the son of Zar over the tribal army of the sons of Issachar, and Eliab the son of Helon over the tribal army of the sons of Zebulun. Then the tabernacle was taken down, and the sons of Gershon and the sons of Merari, who were carrying the tabernacle, set out. Next, the flag of camp of the Reuben by their armies set out with Eliezer the son of Sheter over its army, and Shalumiel the son of Zurshaddai over the tribal army of the sons of Simeon, and Eliasaph the son of Duel was over the tribal army of the sons of Gad. I'm going to butcher these names over and over again. I can just feel it. Then the Kohathites set out carrying the holy objects, and the tabernacle was set up on their arrival. Next, the flag of the camp of the sons of Ephraim by their army set out, with Elishama the son of Ammihud over its army, and Gamaliel the son of Pedahzur over the tribal army of the sons of Manasseh, and Abidan the son of Gideoni, over the tribal army of the sons of Benjamin. Then the flag of the camp of the sons of Dan by their armies, which formed the rear guard for all the camps, set out with Azar the son of Ammishaddai over its army, and Pagiel the son of Ochran over the tribal army of the sons of Asher, and Ahira the son of Enan over the tribal army of the sons of Naphtali. This was the order of marching with the sons of Israel by their armies as they set out. Then Moses said to Hobab the son of Reuel the Midianite, Moses' father-in-law, "We were setting out to the place which the Lord said, 'I will give it to you. Come with us and we'll do you good.' For the Lord has promised good concerning Israel." But he said to him, "I will not come, for rather to my own land and relatives." Then he said, "Please do not leave us, since you know where we should camp in the wilderness, and you will be as eyes for us. So it will be, if you go with us, that whatever good the Lord does for us, we will do for you." So they moved on from the mountain of the Lord 3 days' journey, with the ark of the covenant of the Lord going in front of them for the 3 days, to seek out a resting place for them. And the cloud of the Lord was over them day by day when they set out from the camp. Then it came from the ark Then it came about when the ark set out that Moses said, "Rise up, Lord, and may your armies be scattered. May your enemies be scattered, and those who hate you flee from your presence." And when it came to rest, he said, "Return, Lord, to the myriad thousands of Israel." The people complain. Now the people became like those who complain about adversity in the ears of the Lord. And the Lord heard them, and his anger was kindled. And the fire of the Lord burned among them, and consumed some of the outskirts of the camp. The people then cried out to Moses, and Moses prayed to the Lord, and the fire died out. So that place was named Taberah, because of the fire of the Lord burned among them. Now the rabble who were among them had greedy cravings, and the sons of Israel also wept again, saying, "Who will give us meat to eat? We remember the fish when we used to eat for free in Egypt, the cucumbers, the melons, the leeks, onions, garlic, but now our appetite is gone. There is nothing at all to look except for this manna." Now the manna was like coriander seed, and its appearance like that of bdellium? I don't know how to say that. But the people would roam and gather it and grind it between two millstones, or pound it in the mortar, and boil it in the pot and make loaves with it. And its taste was like the taste of cake baked with oil. When the dew came down on the camp at night, the manna would come down with it. The complaint of Moses. Now Moses heard the people weeping throughout their families, each one of the entrance of this tent, and the anger burned. The anger of the Lord became very hot, and Moses was displeased. So Moses said to the Lord, "Why have you been so hard on your servant? And why have I not found favor in your sight that you have put the burden of this people on me? Was it I who conceived all these people? Did I give birth to them? Or you should say to me, carry them in your arms, as a nurse carrying a nursing infant, to the land which you swore to their fathers. Where am I to get meat to give all these people? For they weep before me, saying, give us meat so that we may eat. I am not able to carry all this people by myself, because it's too burdensome for me. So if you're going to deal with me in this way, please kill me now. If I have found favor in your sight, do let me see my misery." The Lord then therefore said to Moses, "Gather for me 70 men from the elders of Israel, whom you know to be elders of the people and their officers, and bring them to the tent of meeting, and have them make their stand there with you. I will come down and speak to you there. I will take away some of the spirit that is upon you, and put him on them." Notice how he says, some of the spirit, and then he says, put him. So he's referring to the Holy Spirit as him. I like that. I think it's pretty cool. "They shall bear the burden of the people with you, so that you may not bear it by yourself. And you shall say to the people, consecrate yourselves for tomorrow, and you shall eat meat. For you have wept in the ears of the Lord, saying, oh, that someone would give us meat to eat. For we were well off in Egypt. Therefore the Lord will give you meat, and you shall eat. You shall eat not 1 day, nor 2 days, nor 5 days, nor 10 days, nor 20 days, but for a whole month, until it comes out of your nose and makes you nauseated, because you have rejected the Lord who is among you, and wept before him, saying, why did we ever leave Egypt? But Moses said, the people, among whom I am included, are 600,000 on foot. Yet you have said, I will give them meat, so they may eat for a whole month. Are flocks and herds to be slaughtered for them, so that be sufficient for them? Or all the fish of the sea to be caught for them, so that it will be sufficient for them? Then the Lord said to Moses, is the Lord's power too little? Then you shall see whether my word will come true or not. So Moses went out and told the people the words of the Lord. He also gathered 70 men of the elders of the people and positioned them around the tent. Then the Lord came down from the cloud and spoke to them. He took away some of the spirit that was upon him and placed him above the 70 elders. When the spirit rested upon them, they prophesied, yet they did not do it again. But the 2 men had remained in the camp. The name of the one was Eldad, the name of the other Medad. And the spirit rested upon them, and they were among those who had been registered, but not had gone out to the tent. And they prophesied him in the camp. So a young man ran and informed Moses and said, Eldad and Medad are prophesying in the camp. Then Joshua, son of Nun, the personal servant of Moses from his youth, responded and said, my lord Moses, restrain them. But Moses said, are you jealous for my sake? If only all the Lord's people were prophets, and the Lord would put his spirit upon them. Then Moses returned to the camp, both he and the elders of Israel. The quail and the plague. Now a wind burst forth from the Lord, and brought quail from the sea, and it dropped them beside the camp. About a day's journey on this side, and a day's journey on the other side around the camp, and about 2 cubits deep on the surface of the ground. And the people spent all that day, all night, and all the next day. They gathered the quail. The one who gathered least gathered 10 homers, and spread them out for themselves around the camp. while the meat was still between their teeth. Before it chewed, the anger of the Lord was kindled against the people, and the Lord struck the people with a very severe plague. So that place was named Kibroth Hatava, because they buried the people there who had been greedy. From Kibroth Hattaavah, the people set up for Hazeroth, and they remained at Hazeroth. So the Lord gave them a bunch of quail, but I guess a lot of the people were greedy about it. The murmuring of Miriam and Aaron. Then Miriam and Aaron spoke against Moses because of the Cushite woman who he had married, for he had married a Cushite woman. And they said, "Is it a fact that the Lord has spoken only through Moses? Has he not spoken through us as well?" And the Lord heard this. Now the man Moses was very humble, more than any person who was on the face of the earth. And the Lord suddenly said to Moses, to Aaron and Miriam, "You three go out to the tent of meeting." So the three of them went out. And the Lord came down in a pillar of cloud and stood at the entrance of the tent. And he called Aaron and Miriam. And when they both come forward, he said, "Now hear my words. There is a prophet among you. I, the Lord, will make myself known to him in a vision. I will speak to him in a dream. It is not this way for my servant Moses. He is faithful in all my household. With him I speak mouth to mouth, that is, openly and not using mysterious language. And he beholds the form of the Lord. So why were you not afraid to speak against my servant, against Moses?" And the anger of the Lord burned against them, and he departed. But when the cloud had withdrawn from above the tent, behold, Miriam was leprous, as white as snow. As Aaron turned toward Miriam, behold, she was leprous. Then Aaron said to Moses, "Oh, my Lord, I beg you, do not hold us responsible for the sin which we have turned out to be foolish, by which we have sinned. Oh, do not let her be like a dead person, whose flesh is half eaten away when he comes out of his father's womb." So Moses cried to the Lord, saying, "God, heal her, please." But the Lord said to Moses, "If her father had only spit in her face, she would not be put to shame for 7 days. Have her shut outside the camp for 7 days. Afterward she may be received again." So Miriam was shut outside the camp for 7 days, and the people did not move until Miriam was received again. Afterward, however, the people moved on from Hazareth and camped in the wilderness of Paran. Spies view the land. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Send out men for yourself to spy in the land of Canaan, which I'm going to give the sons of Israel, and you shall send a man from each of their fathers' tribes, every one a leader among them." So Moses sent them from the wilderness of Paran at the command of the Lord, all of the men who were the heads of the sons of Israel. These were their names: from the tribe of Reuben, Shammua the son of Zachar; from the tribe of Simeon, Shepheth the son of Hori, I guess; from the tribe of Judah, Caleb the son of Jephunneh; from the tribe of Issachar, Egal the son of Joseph; from the tribe of Ephraim, Hosea the son of Nun; from the tribe of Benjamin, Paltai the son of Raphu; from the tribe of Zebulun, Gediel the son of Sodai; from the tribe of Joseph; from the tribe of Manasseh, Gadai the son of Susi; from the tribe of Dan, Amiel the son of Gemalai; from the tribe of Asher, Sether the son of Michael; from the tribe of Naphtali, Nabi the son of Vosi; and from the tribe of Gad, Gil the son of Machai. These are the names of the men whom Moses sent to spy out the land, but Moses called Hoshea the son of Nun Joshua. When Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, he said to them, "Go up go up there into the Negev, and go up to the hill country. See what the land is like, whether or not the people in it are strong or weak, are there few or many. And how is the land in which they live? Is it good or bad? How are the cities which they live? People in open camps or fortifications? How is the land? Is it productive or unproductive? Were the trees in it? Show yourselves courageous and get some of the fruits of the land." Now the time was the season of the first ripe grapes. So they went up and spied the land from the wilderness of Zin as far as at Lebo Hamath. When they got up to the Negev, they came to Hebron, where Ahiman, Sheshai, Talmai, the descendants of Anak, were. Hebron was built 7 years before Zon in Egypt. Then they came to the valley of Eshcol, where they cut off a branch with a single cluster of grapes, and they carried it on a pole between 2 men, with some pomegranates and the figs. That place was called the Valley of Eshcol because of the cluster which the sons of Israel cut off there. Grapes are good. The spies' reports. When they returned from spying out the land at the end of the 40 days, they went on and came to Moses and Aaron, to all the congregation of the sons of Israel. In the wilderness of Paran at Kadesh, they brought back word from them and all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land. So they reported to him and said, "We came to the land in which you sent us, and it certainly does not flow with milk and honey, and this is the fruit." Nevertheless, the people who lived in the land were strong, and the cities are fortified and very large, and indeed we saw the descendants of Anak there. Amalek is living in the land of Negev, the Hittites, the Jebusites, and the Amorites are living in the hill country, and the Canaanites are living by sea and by the side of the Jordan. Then Caleb quieted the people before Moses and said, "We should by all means go up and take possession of it. We will certainly prevail over it." But the men who had gone up with him had said, "We are not able to go up against the people because they are too strong for us." So they brought a bad report of the land which they spied out to the sons of Israel, saying, "The land through which they had gone to spy out is a land that devours its inhabitants." And all the people who were there were of great stature. We also saw the Nephilim there. The sons of Anak are part of the Nephilim. And they were like grasshoppers in our own sight, and we were in their sight. The people rebel. Then the congregation raised their voices and cried out, and the people wept that night. All the sons of Israel grumbled against Moses and Aaron. And the entire congregation said to them, "If only we had died in the land of Egypt, or if we had died in the wilderness. So why is the Lord bringing us into this land to fall by the sword? Our wives and our little ones have become plunder. Would it not be better for us to return to Egypt?" So they said to one another, "Let's appoint a leader and return to Egypt." Boy, these people, they just want to go back to Egypt. That's crazy. They want to go back into slavery. They want to do all that. Yeah, they don't have much faith in the Lord, do they? Then Moses and Aaron fell on their faces in the presence of the assembly of the congregation of the sons of Israel. And Joshua, the son of Nun, and Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, of those who had spied out the land, tore their clothes, and they spoke to the congregation of the sons of Israel, saying, "The land which we passed through to spy out is an exceedingly good land. If the Lord is pleased with us, he will bring us into the land and give it to us, a land which flows with milk and honey. Only do not rebel against the Lord, and do not fear the people of the land, for they will be our prey. Their protection is gone from them, and the Lord is with us. Do not fear them." But all the congregation said to stone them with stones. Then the glory of the Lord appeared in the tent of meeting to all the sons of Israel. Moses pleads for the people. And the Lord said to Moses, "How long will this people be disrespectful to me? And how long will they not believe in me, despite all the signs I have performed in their midst? I will strike them with plague and dispossess them, and I will make you a nation greater and mightier than they." But Moses said to the Lord, "Then the Egyptians will hear of it, for by your strength you brought this people up from their midst, and they will tell it to the inhabitants of this land. They have also heard it that you, Lord, are in the midst of this people, because you, Lord, are seen eye to eye when your cloud stands over them. You will go before them in a pillar of cloud day by day, and a pillar of fire by night. Now if you put this people to death all at once, and the nations who have heard of your fame will say, 'Since the Lord could not bring this people into the land which he promised them by oath, he slaughtered them in the wilderness.' So now please, let the power of the Lord be great, just as you declared, saying, 'The Lord is slow to anger, abundant in mercy, forgiving wrongdoing and violation of his law, but he by no means leave the guilty unpunished, inflicting the punishment of the fathers on the children to the third and fourth generations. Please forgive the guilt of this people in accordance with the greatness of your mercy, just as you've forgiven this people from Egypt until now.' The Lord pardons and rebukes." So the Lord said, "I have forgiven them in accordance with your word. However, as I live, all the earth will be filled with the glory of the Lord. Certainly, all the people who have seen my glory and my signs which I performed in Egypt and in the wilderness, yet have put me to the test these 10 times, and have not listened to my voice, shall by no means see the land which I swore to their fathers, nor shall any of those who were disrespectful let me see it. But as for my servant Caleb, because he has had a different spirit, and has followed me fully, I will bring him into the land which he has entered, and his descendants shall take possession of it." Now the Amalekites and the Canaanites live in the valleys. Turn tomorrow and set for the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea. The Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, "How long shall I put up with this evil congregation who are grumbling against me? I have heard the complaints of the sons of Israel which they are voicing against me. Say to them, 'As I live, declares the Lord, just as you have spoken in my hearing, so I will do to you. Your dead bodies will fall to this wilderness, and all your numbered men according to the complete number of 20 years old and upward, who have grumbled against me. By no means will you come into the land which I swore to settle you, except for Caleb, son of Jephunneh, and Joshua, the son of Nun. Your children, however, whom you said would become plunder, I will bring them in, and they will know the land which you have projected. But as for you, your dead bodies will fall in the wilderness. Also your sons will be shepherds in the wilderness for 40 years, and they will suffer for your unfaithfulness. until your bodies perish in the wilderness. In accordance with the number of days you spied out in the land, 40 days, for every day you shall suffer the punishment until your guilt a year, that is 40 years, you will know my opposition. I, the Lord, have spoken, and I certainly will do this to this evil congregation who have gathered together against me. They will be worn out in this wilderness, and there they shall die. As for the men whom Moses sent out to spy for the land, and who returned and led the congregation to grumble against him by bringing a bad report about the land, those men who brought the bad report of the land shall also die by a plague in the presence of the Lord. But Joshua the son of Nun and Caleb the son of Jephunneh remained alive, all those men who went to spy out. Israel repulsed. Now when Moses spoke these words to the son of Israel, the people mourned greatly. In the morning, however, they got up early and went to the ridge of the hill country, saying, Here we are, and we will go up to the place which the Lord has promised, for we have sinned. But Moses said, Why are you violating the command of the Lord? When doing so, you will not succeed. Do not go up, for the Lord is among you, to prevent you from being defeated by your enemies. For the Amalekites and the Canaanites will be there to confront you. You will fall by the sword, since you have turned your back from following the Lord. And the Lord will not be with you. But they foolishly dare to go up to the ridge of the hill country. Neither the ark of the covenant, nor the Lord of the Lord, nor Moses left the camp. Then the Amalekites and the Canaanites who lived in that hill country came down, and struck them and scattered them as far as Homa. Laws for Canaan, 15. Now the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, and say to them, When you enter the land where you're going to live, which I am giving you, and you make an offering by fire to the Lord, a burnt offering or a sacrifice to fulfill a special vow, or as a voluntary offering at your appointed times to make the soothing aroma to the Lord of the herd from the flock, then the one who presents this offering shall present to the Lord a grain of offering of a tenth of an ephah of fine flour mixed with a fourth of hin of oil. And you shall prepare wine for the drink offering, a fourth of a hin, with a burnt offering for the sacrifice of each lamb. Or for a ram you shall prepare as a grain offering of 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with a third of hin of oil. And for the drink offering you shall offer a third of a hin of a wine as a soothing aroma to the Lord. When you prepare a bowl as a burnt offering, or a sacrifice to fill a special vow, or for peace offerings to the Lord, then you shall offer with a bowl of grain offering of 3/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with a hin of oil. You shall offer as a drink offering half of a hin of wine as an offering by fire, as a soothing aroma to the Lord. The Lord loves his offerings. This is how it shall be done for each ox, each ram, or each of the male lambs or the goats, according to the number that you prepare, so you will do one of each according to their number. Everyone who is a native shall do things in this way, in presenting an offering by fire as a soothing aroma to the Lord. Law for the stranger. Now if a stranger resides among you, or one who may be offering you throughout your generations, he wants to make an offering by fire as a soothing aroma to the Lord, just as you do, shall he do. As for the assembly, there shall be one statute for you for a stranger who resides among you, a permanent statute throughout your generations. As you are, so shall the stranger but be before the Lord. There is one law and one ordinance for you and your stranger who resides with you. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, and say to them, When you enter the land I bring you, then it shall be, when you eat from the food of the land, you shall lift up an offering to the Lord. Of the first of your dough you shall lift up a loaf as an offering, and an offering of the threshing floor you shall lift it up. From the first of your dough you shall give to the Lord as an offering throughout your generations. But when you unintentionally do wrong and fail to comply with these commandments which the Lord has spoken through Moses, that is, all that the Lord has commanded you through Moses from the day the Lord gave you commandments and onward through your generations, then it shall be, if it is done unintentionally, without the knowledge of the congregation, and all the congregation shall offer one bull as a burnt offering, as a soothing aroma to the Lord, with its grain offering and its drink offering, according to the ordinance, and one male goat as a sin offering. Then the priest shall make atonement for all the congregation of the sons of Israel, and they shall be forgiven. For it was unintentional wrong, they have brought their offering, an offering by fire to the Lord, a sin offering before the Lord, and for their unintentional wrong. So the congregation of the sons of Israel shall be forgiven, as well as the stranger who resides among them, for guilt was attributed to all the people through an unintentional wrong. Also, if one person sins unintentionally, then he shall offer a 1-year-old female goat as a sin offering. The priest shall make an atonement before the Lord for the person who has gone astray for the unintentional sin, making atonement for him so he may be forgiven. You shall have one law for the native among the sons of Israel for the stranger who resides among them, and one who does anything wrong unintentionally, But the person who does wrong defiantly, whether he is a native or a stranger, the one is blaspheming the Lord, that person shall be cut off from his people. Since he has despised the word of the Lord and broke his commandment, that person shall be completely cut off, and his guilt will be on him. Sabbath breaking punished. Now while the sons of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man gathering wood on the Sabbath day. And those who found him gathering the wood brought him to Moses and Aaron and to all the congregation, and they placed him into custody because it had not been decided whether it should be done to him. Then the Lord said to Moses, "This man must be put to death, and all the congregation shall stone him with stones outside the camp." So all the congregation brought him outside and stoned him, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. The Lord also spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the sons of Israel and tell them that they shall make for themselves tassels on the corners of their garments throughout the generations, and they shall put the tassel on each corner of violet thread. It shall be a tassel for you to look at and remember all the commandments of the Lord, that you do follow them, and do not follow your own heart and your own eyes, which led you to prostitute yourselves, so that you'll remember and do all the commandments and be holy to your God. I am the Lord your God who brought you the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord your God." Korah's rebellion. Now Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, with Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, on the son of Peleth, sons of Reuben, took men. They stood before Moses, together with some of the sons of Israel, 250 leaders of the congregation, chosen in the assembly, men of renown. They assembled together against Moses and Aaron, and said to them, "You have gone far enough. For all the congregation are holy, every one of them, and the Lord is in your midst. So why do you exalt yourselves above the assembly of the Lord?" When Moses heard this, he fell on his face. He spoke to Korah and all his group, saying, "Tomorrow morning the Lord will make known who is his, and who is holy, and what will bring near to himself. Indeed, the one who he will choose, he will bring near to himself. Do this: take censers for yourselves, Korah and your whole group, and put fire in them, and place incense among them in the presence of the Lord tomorrow. And the man whom the Lord chooses shall be the one who is holy. You have gone far enough, you sons of Levi." Then Moses said to Korah, "Hear now, you sons of Levi, it is too small an honor for you that the God of Israel has singled you out from the congregation of Israel, to bring you near to himself, to perform the service of the tabernacle of the Lord, to stand before the congregation to minister them. And that he has brought you near, Korah, all your brothers, sons of Levi, with you. But are you seeking the priesthood as well? Therefore you and your whole group are the ones gathered together against the Lord. But as for Aaron, who is he that you grumble against him?" Then Moses sent summons to Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and they said, "We will not come up. It is not enough that you brought us out of the land flowing with milk and honey to have us die in the wilderness, but you would appoint yourself as master over us? Indeed, you have not brought us into a land flowing milk and honey, nor have you given us inheritance the fields of vineyards. Will you gouge out the eyes of these men? We will not come up." Then Moses became very angry and said, "Lord, pay no attention to their offering. I have not taken a single donkey from them, nor have I done harm to any of them." Moses said to Korah, "You and your group shall be present for the Lord tomorrow, and you and they along with Aaron. And each of you shall take his censer and put incense on it. And each of you bring a censer before the Lord, 250 censers. Also you and Aaron shall bring his censer." So they took each one his own censer and put fire on it, placed incense on it, and they stood at the entrance of the tent of meeting, Moses and Aaron. So Korah assembled all the congregation against them at the entrance of the tent of meeting, and the glory of the Lord appeared to all the congregation. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Separate yourselves from among this congregation, so I may consume them instantly." But they fell on their faces, and they said, "God, the God of spirits of humanity, when one person sins, you will be angry at the entire congregation?" Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the congregation, saying, get away from the areas around the tents of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram." Then Moses arose and went to Dathan and Abiram, with the elders of Israel following him. He spoke to the congregation, saying, "Get away now from the tents of these wicked men, and do not touch anything that belongs to them, or you'll be swept away in their sin." So they moved away from the areas around the tent of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram, and Dathan and Abiram came out and stood at the tents among the mountain, stood at the entrance of their tents, along with their wives, their sons, and their little ones. Then Moses said, "By this you shall know that the Lord has sent me to do all these deeds. It is not my doing. If these men die the death of all mankind, they may suffer the fate of all mankind, then the Lord has not sent me. But if the Lord brings out an entirely new thing, and the ground opens its mouth and swallows them with everything that is theirs, then they descend alive to Sheol. And you will know these men have been disrespectful to the Lord." As he finished speaking these words, the ground that was under them split open, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them, their households, their people who belonged to Korah and all their possessions, so all they belonged to them went down alive to Sheol, and the earth closed over them. They perished in the midst of the assembly. Then all Israel who were around them fled at their outcry, and they said, "The earth might swallow us." Fire came out from the Lord and consumed the 250 men who were offering the incense. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Tell Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, he shall pick up the censers from the midst of the burning area, because they are holy, and to scatter the burning coals farther away. As for the censers of these men who sinned at the cost of their own lives, have them made into hammered sheets as plating for the altar, since they did present them before the Lord, and they are holy, and they shall serve as sons of the signs of Israel." So the priest Eleazar took the bronze censers for the men which their burned had offered, and they hammered them out as plating for the altar, as a reminder to the sons of Israel that no layman, anyone who was not of the descendants of Aaron, would approach to burn incense before the Lord. He would not become like Korah and his group, just as the Lord had spoken through him through Moses. The Lord's had enough, you know. People just don't have faith. But on the next day, all the congregation of the sons of Israel grumbled against Moses and Aaron, saying, "You are the ones who caused the death of the Lord's people." It came about, however, that the congregation had assembled against Moses and Aaron, and they turned toward the tent of meeting, and behold, the cloud covered it, and the glory of the Lord appeared. Then Moses and Aaron came to the front of the tent of meeting, and the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Get away from this congregation, so I may consume them instantly." And they fell on their faces. Moses said to Aaron, "Take your censer and put it in the fire in the altar, and place incense on it, and then quickly bring it to the congregation and make atonement for them, for wrath has gone out from the Lord, and the plague has begun." Then Aaron took it, just as Moses had spoken, and he ran to the midst of the assembly, and behold, the plague had begun among the people. He put on the incense and made atonement for the people. Then he took his stand between the dead and the living, so that the plague had brought to a halt. But those who died by the plague were 14,700 in number, besides those who died on the count of Korah. Then Aaron returned to Moses to the entrance of the meeting, for the plague had been brought to a halt. Aaron's staff buds. So then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the sons of Israel, and obtain from them a staff for each of the father's household, 12 staffs from all their leaders and the father's households. You shall write each man's name on his staff, and write Aaron's name on the staff of Levi, for there is to be one staff for each of the heads for the head of each father's households. You shall then leave them in the tent of meeting of the testimony, where I will meet with you. And it will come about that the staff of the man whom I choose to sprout, I will relieve myself among the grumblings of the sons of Israel who are grumbling against you." So Moses spoke to the people of Israel, and all their leaders gave a staff, one for each leader of the father's households, 12 staffs in all, with all the staff of Aaron among their staffs. Then Moses left the staffs before the Lord in the tent of the testimony. Now on the next day, Moses went to the tent of the testimony, and behold, Aaron's staff of the house of Levi had sprouted and produced buds and bloomed with blossoms, and it yielded ripe almonds. Moses then brought out all the staffs in the presence of the Lord, the sons of Israel, and they looked, and each man took a staff. But the Lord said to Moses, "Put the staff of Aaron in the back in the front of the testimony, to be kept as a sign against the rebels, so they may put an end to their grumblings against me, and they do not die." Moses did so, just as the Lord had commanded him. Then the sons of Israel spoke to Moses, saying, "Behold, we are passing away, we are perishing, we are all perishing. Anyone who comes near to the tabernacle of the Lord must die. Are we to perish completely?" Alright. Duties of Levites. So the Lord said to Aaron, "You, your sons, and your father's households, which you shall bear the guilt in connection with the sanctuary, and you and your sons shall bear the guilt in connection with your priesthood. But also bring your brothers with you, the tribe of Levi, the tribe of your father, so they may join you and serve you, while you and your sons with you are before the tent of testimony, and they shall perform duties with you and the duties of the whole tent, and they shall not come near the furnishings of the sanctuary of the altar, for they and you will die. They shall join you from the duties of the tent of meeting for all the service of the tent, but an unauthorized person shall not come near you. So you shall perform the duties of the sanctuary and the duties of the altar, but there will no longer be wrath to the sons of Israel. Behold, I myself have taken your fellow Levites from among you, from the sons of Israel. They are a gift to you, dedicated to the Lord, to perform the service of the tent of meeting. But you and your sons with you shall attend to your priesthood for everything that concerns the altar and inside the veil, and you are to perform service. I am giving you the priesthood as a service that is a gift, and the unauthorized person who comes near shall be put to death." The priest's portion. Then the Lord spoke to Aaron, "Now behold, I myself have put you in charge of my offerings. All of the holy gifts of the sons of Israel I have given to you as a portion, and to your sons as a permanent allotment. This shall be yours from the most holy gifts reserved from the fire. Every offering of theirs, namely every grain offering, sin offering, guilt offering, for which they shall make restitution to me, shall be most holy for you and your sons. As the most holy gifts you shall eat it. Every male shall eat it. It shall be holy to you. This also is yours, the offering of their gift, that is, all the wave offerings of the sons of Israel. I have given them to you and your sons and daughters, which you a permanent allotment. Every one of your household who is clean may eat it. All the best of fresh oil, and the best of fresh wine, and all the grain, the first fruits of which they give to the Lord, I have given them to you. The first ripe fruits that is all their land, which they bring to the Lord, shall be yours. Everyone of your household who is clean may eat it. Everything banned from secular use in Israel shall be yours. Every firstborn of the womb of all flesh, whether human or animal, which they offer to the Lord, shall be yours. However, you must redeem the human firstborn, and the firstborn of unclean animals you shall redeem. As to their redemption price, from a month old you shall redeem them by your assessment, 5 shekels in silver by the shekel of the sanctuary, which is 20 gerahs. But the firstborn of an ox, the firstborn of a sheep, the goat, you shall not redeem. They are holy. You shall sprinkle your blood on the altar and offer up their fat and smoke as an offering by fire, for a soothing aroma to the Lord. However, their meat shall be yours, and it shall be like a breast of a wave offering and the right thigh. All of the offerings are holy gifts, which the sons of Israel offer to the Lord. I have given you and your sons and your daughters with you as a permanent allotment. It is a permanent covenant of salt before the Lord, and your descendants with you." Then the Lord said to Aaron, "You shall have no inheritance in the land, nor any portion among them. I am your portion, and your inheritance among the sons of Israel." To the sons of Levi, I have given the tithe of Israel as an inheritance, in return for the service which they perform, in the service of the tent of meeting. And the sons of Israel shall not come near the tent of meeting again, for they will bring sin on themselves and die. Only the Levites shall perform the service of the tent of meeting, and they shall bear their own guilt. It shall be a permanent statute throughout your generations, and among the sons of Israel they shall have no inheritance. For the tithe of the sons of Israel, which they offer as an offering to the Lord, I have given to the Levites as inheritance. Therefore I have said concerning them, they shall have no inheritance among the sons of Israel. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Moreover, you shall speak to the Levites and say to them, when you take from the sons of Israel the tithe which I had given you for your inheritance, you shall present an offering from it from the Lord, a tithe of the tithe. Your offering shall be credited to you like the grain from the threshing floor, or the full produce from the wine vat. You shall also present an offering to the Lord, offering your tithes which you receive from the sons of Israel. You shall give the Lord's offering to Aaron the priest. Of all your gifts you shall present every offering due to the Lord, from all the best of them, the sacred part among them. You shall say to them, when you have offered from them the best of it, and the rest shall be credited to the Levites, like the product of the threshing floor, like the product of the wine vat. You may eat it anywhere with you in your households, for it is compensation returned to your service. You will bring on yourselves no sin by reason of it when you have offered the best of it, but you shall not profane the sacred gifts of the sons of Israel, for which you do not die." Alright, and we got 19 coming up. We're going to stop here. On the next one, we'll do 19 through 26, or 27, excuse me, and then 27 through 36. So, the people they just don't have faith in the Lord. This is pretty wild. Like, the people were getting greedy, they were rebelling, and the Lord he's had enough. So he took a lot of them. There were a lot of people that got swallowed up by the earth. But Moses and Aaron remained faithful, along with a lot of the other people. They remained faithful, which is good. But there were a lot that didn't. And so they're discovering, the Lord is trying to keep his promises, which he always will. But the people are they need to have their faith. They need to have their faith. So, but thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. Next week we will continue with Numbers here, and we just thank the Lord for his wisdom and sharing the history. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.